here, who also is very quick when you look at his movement speed compared to other legends in the game. So both of them are super quick, both of them hit super hard, and that is scary.
Yeah, man, but I mean, it's going to be a while for some of these punches to land with two decks, man. That's some low frames right there. Doesn't really matter, though. I mean, it is dubs, so it's a little easier to manage things like that, seeing that, you know, you're most likely trying to bounce between you and your teammate anyway. But the power here on the blue side, that's what's overwhelming. These are two very strong characters on the force side of things. And even though we do have some good force here within Teros, and honestly some pretty decent force here within Brawlhalla as well, it just may not even matter. He is way out of there, not going to be able to make that back from that distance. The double knockout, that's where the powerhouses are coming in.
Wow, who are Peace and Yaknow? I got to look up some history on them to see what their placements are. Oh my goodness, this is a big statement for them to make this early on in the game.
Right. Stomp. There we go. He's looking for quite a bit. Oh, that was going to be a nice little hit right there on that Teros. He managed to get him out of there. Now we have like a 2v1 situation while Nash tries to get back to the stage. And he managed to do that. Looks like they got the red team kind of stuck over here to the right side right now. And Nash really wants to get this weapon. Managed to steal that one. Good stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Didn't even need that.
Just
well,
a little bit too low
it.
with that. The weapon toss does come out. Cl3m's able to recover all the way to the bottom side of that short wall. Even with the bounce, Cl3m is going to have enough strength to take out Peace here. But Yaknow is sort of, he's either a 9th place Andy or a 5th place Andy. So he's going back and forth between whether or not he's a consistent top 8 placer. The fact that he's made it this far, this is fantastic for this team. Oh man, barely gets through that neutral signature from Yaknow's Teros. Shadowfish had a nice dodge there.
Hey. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. Yaknow and Peace really making it happen on these very high force characters, man. They've definitely showing you that force really does come in handy in a 2v2 format. You know, all these straight hits that you're able to get really meaning something now. The double there, and that looks like that is going to be it. Look at that, a 4-stock right there for the first game. Big damage being put out, 525 and 560 to the 327 and 218, man. And that's, I don't even feel like you can, I mean, obviously I think that, you know, and Peace did play a little better, but like even so, you have to think of, you have to account all that force as well, man. So they're getting like 1.1 times hits in comparison to the hits that Cl3m and Shadowfish are putting out.
Peace and Yaknow just kind of bodied him the whole game. Yeah. There was not like one single moment that was like, oh, he got the Gimp super early, and then he just kind of held on to the lead. No, they just straight up bodied him the whole game. They straight up said, peace, and sent him flying.
All right, so as we get into our second game, the powerhouses are still back, man. 7 force and 8 force, and there's a 9 force here too, as well as another 7 force coming in from Rick. So there is just a lot of power here, but I mean, there's actually even more power on the right side or the red side if you with the stance changes. But it just feels like the way that the amount of force on all the signatures for Nash and Teros just feels so good.
They're just using that weight a little bit more whenever they lean into those hits on Shadowfish and Cl3m. You see Peace going deep off the edge of the stage. A lot of weapon tosses as well from Yaknow and Peace to help clean up some KOs or at least bait some dodges on the edge that they can then turn into an edge guard that leads to a stock.
Okay, here we go, man. Recovery on recovery. And you can see right now that Peace definitely trying to play. Oh. Okay,
oh, could be a spike opportunity. Gets away from that recovery. Does drop the D-Light ground pound, but he had a lot of good moves there. First, he hit the gravity cancel down signature. Then the weapon toss came out to bait the dodge. Then he was able to space the axe recovery to not get hit by that. So Peace did a lot of really good things there, even though he wasn't able to finish it and clean it up. Yeah.
So Peace, man. Okay, big damage right there. On to doesn't actually get the full neutral sig that he wanted off of that, and that sometimes can be a little bit of an air dodge read. Instead of going for the down light, you actually just go for the neutral sig. Either way, though, they still got a pretty good lead here. Peace living on that third stock or his first stock for quite some time until right there ends up getting scooped up by that recovery. Now they're doing the same, so Yaknow the double knockout from the red team. Good stuff to get themselves into the lead here, and they're still racking it up.
Yeah, Shadowfish is having fantastic follow-ups off of Cl3m. Same thing for Cl3m off of Shadowfish. These blasters are really starting to come alive, especially picking up these recoveries that high up in the air. You're able to find these KOs. Yaknow does find the down air, enough to take off the top. We're back to an even game. Cl3m is going to spawn in without a weapon. He grabs the one right out from underneath Yaknow.
Ooh. All right, he's going to be able to make it back. Managed to do that, and here he is. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is a side thing, man. Send that man packing. He's got to watch himself, though. Just barely getting back, and however, pokes his head up just a little too high. It is kind of hard to, like, to position yourself well on this small wall of shipwreck. So, yeah, pokes his head up just a little too high and ends up taking that Sair. He is out of there as well. So now we have a little bit of a lead here and a threatened stock here on Cl3m. Not too much of a threatened stock here on Yaknow, unless a 2v1 combo happens, and we're not going to get that right now, seeing that Cl3m is out of there.
He's being very careful how he goes in onto Shadowfish. Had the range disadvantage there while he was unarmed. Has the weapon now. Shadowfish trying to do the best he can to dodge in between these players. Trying to live in between the chaos. So many attacks coming out that Shadowfish is doing a pretty good job avoiding. He hasn't been able to put out too much damage. His best chance at a stock right now is on Peace, but he'll still have a stock to his name after that, so it's not the worst thing in the world for this blue team. They have a huge advantage. There's the side air from Yaknow. That is going to be the KO option. And Yaknow coming out 684 damage and 5 KOs. Fantastic work from Yaknow.
Yeah, just a stellar game right there. There's no way you couldn't call him the MVP. You'd be lying to yourself if you didn't. So that man going absolutely stupid, almost hitting the 700 mark on damage here, and that's, you know, with his teammates still doing respectable damage. So I mean, he was really in the fray for sure.
They're both showing us really good 2v2 mechanics and fundamentals as well. Like, there was one moment where Yaknow ended up hitting, I believe it was Shadowfish, really far, and he was waiting for him to recover back to the platform so we could get the edge guard for the KO. He didn't tunnel vision on Shadowfish, though. Cl3m came in with an axe side signature on that Taros, but Yaknow was able to avoid it because he saw it coming. He wasn't just 100% focused on Shadowfish. He knew that there was another teammate to deal with. So he was focused on Shadowfish while still having eyes in the back of his head for Cl3m.
Okay. All right, for the shots there. Not going to be oh, he's okay. Stomping on him right there.
Oh, how is Peace alive here?
I don't know. I literally don't know. I managed to make that one back, and everyone stays alive there on the right side with all that chaos that was going on. Peace, though, still. Oh my God!
Oh, he gets so lucky with the stage spike there, right on that corner.
Oh, I thought he was about to go absolutely insane off there with the second hit on the Taros. Still, though, delayed stock take, but they do end up getting it. Peace, man, just going insane off that stage to at least set up for a delayed double KO, but a double KO nonetheless.
Man, I got to look at the PR on Peace and Yaknow. They are playing so well today. We could see the rise of another team in this region. Yaknow is PR 15, Peace is PR 16.
Okay, Peace managed to make it back to the tricky recovery here, and he is moving around Cl3m. Cl3m is trying his hardest to get himself a ground pound here, but I mean, doing a risky ground pound like that on the axe can sometimes get you punished. There's a lot of recovery frames on that. Now, it is a pretty long ground pound with the double spin, but still, it definitely can get punished. Okay, Peace, still living. Speaking of still living, Yaknow is also still living too, and he is deep in that red. Now he's putting the pressure on the Shadowfish. Oh no, his recovery taken. He is going to be out of there. Shadowfish with a perfect air dodge through in his own down air to find the mark. Now a little bit of a lead developing for Peace and Yaknow again, but not too much of a lead, seeing that Peace is definitely a little hurt, but so is Shadowfish.
Yeah, Peace went into that 1v2 seeming like he was totally in control. He even got a KO off of it. He's not going to fall for the gravity cancel neutral signature from Shadowfish. Another gravity cancel down heavy from Peace. We saw that earlier. He's going to get around that side signature from his teammate. Didn't fall into it. Stayed safe on that, and even had a punish option in case either member of the red team came after Yaknow.
Okay, Peace still putting on the pressure, man. Yaknow and Peace, I mean, they play in such close proximity so well. You know, I mean, they're like right next to each other, but no one's really getting a lot of team hits here. There's small down air, but you know, nothing, not like a side or anything to go ahead and take a stock. Unfortunately, stock is going to be taken from Peace regardless. And now The game is a little in the favor of the blue team, but it's starting to be a lot more in the favor of the blue team with all that damage that was just added up in that last 5 seconds. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's done.
Get out of there.
He is totally done off of that. I think he died in orange there. Cl3m and Shadowfish were not able to capitalize on like any 1v2 situation that we saw. Peace and Yaknow just completely dominating that game. Again, man, Peace coming out this time. He got the lion's share of the KOs, and he put out 526 damage. So they're just kind of sharing the work among these two here for Yaknow and Peace, just really playing like a strong 2v2 team.
Yeah, man, they definitely popped off here, man. Not to say that, you know, Cl3m and Shadowfish, great placing with the 4th placement right here, but Peace and Yaknow just looking so dominant in that set. The 3-0 finish in every game that they had was a dominant finish as far as damage. If you racked up these numbers, they would be up by at least a good 300. So that's going to be, that means they will